Adam Small again from my Music Masterclass, and today we have another review for you. Vangoa sent us their kids electric guitar starter kit, and we're gonna check it out today. And it's small, as you can tell. And let's get the disclaimer out of the way right in the beginning of this video. So, Vangoa sent us this electric guitar kit in exchange for this video review, but they didn't tell us to say anything specific or coach us in any way, and we are always unbiased with our reviews, so let's get moving. All right, so what comes with this starter kit? First, you get a case, and the case is cool. It's padded. Let's see what's inside the case. So this is it. It's a little mini Stratocaster. It has two single coil pickups. It has a pickup selector, which means that this would be the front pickup, this would be both pickups, and this would be just the back pickup, and this is just a volume control. There's no tone control on this guitar. The body of this thing is poplar, and the neck and the fingerboard are maple. Apparently this thing measures 30 inches in total, not the scale length, but total. I haven't measured it with a tape measure, but that seems about right. I have a 3/4 size guitar in the back here. I won't bring it out, but this is smaller than that. So this is smaller than a 3/4 size guitar. The scale length is even more close together and smaller. So I looked online, and it doesn't look like all of the bundles or the starter kits came with a mini amplifier, but the one they sent me did. So maybe that's why the price varies a little bit. I saw the price as low as about $100 for a starter kit and up to about $130. So I'm not sure exactly what the difference is, or if it's coupon related, or if one comes with an amp, but it's very inexpensive regardless for all the stuff you're gonna get in this, and I'm gonna show you. Now in the back of this amp, there is a USB-C connector right here. And as you can see, it's still illuminated without being plugged in, meaning it has an internal battery. So you can charge this thing via the USB-C cable. First of all, it works with the USB-C cable in it, like a power cable would, but it also works when you take it out on battery power. This little amp has Bluetooth, it has a drive channel and a clean channel switch, so you can switch in between your distorted tones and your clean tones. And it has a tone knob and a master volume. So it's pretty simple. The kit also comes with a clip-on tuner. So Vangoa has their own clip-on tuners, and you get one in the box. You'll also be getting some picks. They're Vangoa picks. This one is heavy. This one feels medium. This one's pretty light, so I think they give you different weight picks. And then you get this bag. So, what's in the bag? You have a cable. You have a strap. You have a capo. You get a spare set of strings. These are 10s. A polishing cloth. This is the charging cable for the amp, so USB-C. And lastly, a manual. Now, I just looked through this manual, and it's not a manual that's specific to this guitar. This actually is probably for one of their other Stratocaster style guitars. So it just basically tells you how to tune your guitar, change your strings, adjust your action, and care and maintain for a guitar in general. It's nothing specific to this guitar. The reason I mentioned that about the manual is because if you read the manual, there's a section on truss rod, how to adjust the truss rod, which many of you know is to straighten the neck on a guitar or a bass, right? Now, truss rod adjustments are traditionally done from up here. Usually there's a hole that you can access, or down here near, right at the bottom of the neck. I checked, I took this pick guard off, and there's no way to adjust the truss rod. So, you know, what you see is what you get. Given the price point of this guitar and the fact that you get so many accessories, it's not shocking to me that you wouldn't be able to adjust a truss rod on a small instrument like this. All right, here we go. I got the guitar. I mic'd up this tiny amp with an SM57, and that's going directly into my software. So let's check out this amp first. I have it on the clean channel. The tone is dead center, meaning that it should be pretty flat, and I'll adjust that in a minute. So this is what it sounds like. Okay, so let's make the tone all the way down now. All right, let's make it as bright as we can, so turn the tone all the way up. All right, I'll put the tone back to center and we'll test the drive channel out, so we'll get some distortion. All right, it's pretty bright, right? So let's try to take the tone all the way down. So those are the basic sounds. Now I tuned this thing before I just started here. Let me tune it again and make sure it didn't slip out. All right, so yeah, it was a little out of tune just from playing it a little bit. You know, the parts are inexpensive on this, so this is not shocking to me that it would go out of tune pretty quick. Also, due to the scale length of this guitar, and this isn't specific to Vangoa at all, basically any kid's guitar is gonna have the same thing, which is that if I press this fret, let's say G, the 3rd fret, and play it light, that's gonna play in tune. But watch, if I just press it down harder here, it's gonna really stretch this string. And these changes become more noticeable on a short size or short scale instrument. And this is like a micro scale instrument. So check this out. See that? That's just me pressing down on this fret. But that's really just a trait of this scale length, which is why not a lot of kids' guitars are made. This has got a very specific purpose, and what it is to teach kids how to play guitar that have small hands, and they can get around and learn some fingerings and actually just learn to get around on an instrument. And once their hands get big enough, they switch over to a more stable, bigger instrument. Also, I want to say that a guitar like this, meaning with this tiny scale length, is almost impossible to intonate perfectly. It's not really gonna play in perfect tune, and there's really nothing you can do. Even if you do the standard intonation on the bridge, it's not gonna intonate like a full-size guitar would. And that's just to be expected. So if you're looking for perfection, like I said, I've never seen a kid's guitar that was perfect, and I don't know if any company would even feel that it would be necessary to spend the money on trying to figure that dilemma out. They're really just starter guitars to get yourself moving. Here's a G chord. Now here's a C chord. Now here's my E minor. All right. I can play a D. D minor. We'll see how it plays a little bit higher up. How about the 7th fret? All right. Now I didn't mention the pickup switch. Obviously you can switch to the back pickup here. That's back pickup. Here's both. Here's front pickup. So you have that option too. So what do I think of this guitar? Well, I do have a slightly different perspective because I have a 7-year-old son and I'm starting to teach him guitar. He has very small hands, and I tried to show him on a full-size guitar and it was a little too much. I mean, first of all, it was like super heavy and awkward on him. And it was just hard for him to play one finger per fret or to play any kind of chordal shapes or anything like that. So this is definitely the best option in my scenario to teach my 7-year-old how to play guitar. If my son practices a bit and gets his coordination together as we progress with these lessons, I can transfer him to a 3/4 size or a full-size guitar, and you know, hopefully by then he has the strength, the hand strength that is, and the coordination to be able to get around on a bigger instrument. But until then, this thing is mapped out the same way a regular guitar is mapped out, and it's really helpful at this small size for small hands. So despite the limitations of this particular scale length and the intonation of instruments like this, it's really a good teaching tool for my 7-year-old in my situation. It could also work for you too if you have a child with small hands that just wants to get used to an instrument, see if they like to play it, maybe teach them some basics. So I hope this review was helpful, and I'll see you next time.